Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yanton with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hails contribution of rural India in the fight against coronavirus. Principal Director School Education Nagaland emphasizes on provisioning of hand-washing stations in schools across the state. Recovery rate of patients improves to 19.89% in the country. And 23,077 confirmed cases of COVID-19 positive cases have been reported in the country so far. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his address on National Panchayati Raj Day today, hailed the contribution of rural India in the fight against coronavirus. Modi said this crisis has shown the need for self-reliance and added that every Gram Sabha, blocks and all districts need to be self-reliant for its basic needs. On the occasion, the Prime Minister launched the e-Gram Swaraj portal and mobile app as a portal to prepare and plan Gram Panchayat development plans. He said that the portal will ensure real-time monitoring and accountability. The portal is a major step towards digitization down to the Gram Panchayat levels. The Swamitva scheme was also launched in pilot mode in 6 states to map rural inhabited lands using drones and latest survey methods. Prime Minister Modi also interacted with Panchayat representatives from across the country and said that the progress of Panchayats will ensure development of the nation and democracy. Principal Director of School Education Shanavas C. said yesterday that the department has given direction to all the schools in the state to implement online classes as far as possible, citing that the government schools are still facing problems as virtual classrooms and online classes were not practical. He suggested the teachers to have basic personal interaction with the parents or students. He also recommended creating WhatsApp's group to give students the assignment on a daily basis. Shanavas observed that many students, especially in rural areas, are not being able to do their homework owing to different reasons. Speaking about online live interaction, he said some schools in Kohima and Dimapur have started online classes. He, however, admitted that since in government schools online live classes are not practical, the department has asked the teachers not to leave their respective stations in spite of the lockdown. He also said that basic necessities such as midday meal distribution were given and students are taught on the importance of hand wash and sanitization in the rural areas. He added that basic hand wash and proper hygiene should be ensured in all the schools. The School Education Department has asked the district education officers of the state to obtain the details of total number of employees, enrollment of students, availability of water tank and hand wash stations in their respective schools. Principal Director Shanavas C. in a letter stated that with continuous spread of COVID-19, schools with poor water, sanitation and hygiene facilities become high-risk environment. In this, he said it is necessary for the department to plan for provisioning of hand-washing stations in all schools in the state as educational institutions are set to reopen after the expiry of the lockdown. He therefore requested the concerned officers to contact the heads of all government schools under their respective jurisdictions and obtain the details through a prescribed format. The principal director further added that the officers may submit the consolidated list to him in MS Excel format through email on or before 27th of this month. Meanwhile, the principal director has also informed all Group A and B officers serving under the establishment of the Directorate of School Education to make themselves available in station from 27th of this month. Those officers who are presently residing in other parts of the state are asked to contact their respective deputy commissioners and obtain necessary car passes for their movements. The recovery rate of COVID-19 patients in the country has improved to 19.89%. Health Ministry spokesman said there are 78 districts in the country where no new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the last 14 days. He also said that there are 12 districts which have not reported fresh case in the last 28 days. Director General of Indian Council of Medical Research informed that 325 labs are working in the country to test COVID-19. He said the positivity rate of COVID-19 has been 4.5% throughout. He also said that the center has been working with states to ensure required reagents are supplied to testing labs in timely and calibrated fashion. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. A total of 23,077 confirmed cases of COVID-19 positive cases have been reported in the country so far. As per Health Ministry, 4,749 patients have recovered and discharged from the hospitals, while 718 patients have died. Meanwhile, in Nagaland, Principal Secretary Home Abhijit Sinha, while briefing on COVID-19 status of the state, informed that a total 613 suspected samples were sent for testing till 3 p.m. today. Results of all the received 580 samples are tested negative, while the result of 33 samples are awaited. Total number of persons screened till today stands at 1,519. The number of persons at facility quarantine is 112, while 5,980 persons are reportedly out of home quarantine. In connection with the COVID-19 positive case of Dimapur detected in Guwahati, Sinha said the surveillance activities in the containment zone in Dimapur have covered a total of 5,667 persons, covering 1,005 households as of today. Altogether, 733 primary and secondary contacts connected to the positive case have also been traced and tracked. The measures taken by the government are showing results in the management and containment of spread of COVID-19 infections in the country. During the 1-month-long period of nationwide lockdown, the doubling rate of coronavirus cases has improved from 3.54 days to 10.13 days now. The lockdown imposed from midnight of 24th and 25th March has slowed down the pace of spread of the virus. In the last 1 month, the government has expanded healthcare facilities and testing labs for COVID-19 in the country. So far, the number of dedicated hospitals has increased 3.5 times since last month, and number of isolation beds increased by 3.6 times. The number of dedicated COVID-19 hospitals and healthcare centers are increasing continuously, and over 3,773 such dedicated COVID-19 facilities have been identified in the country so far. The Muslim Council Dimapur MCD has appealed to its members to observe Tarawih namaz at their own respective houses by maintaining social distance during the holy month of Ramzan, which began today. In the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, religious gatherings have been banned in temples, gurdwaras, churches, mosques and other places across the country. MCD Working President A. Rahman informed that no individual or groups should make any attempts to organize namaz in rooftops or parking areas or apartments. Further, he thanked the masjid committees of Dimapur for strictly abiding to the appeal of the council to keep all the prayer houses closed since 22nd of last month. World Veterinary Day will be celebrated tomorrow, last Saturday of April, every year with different themes annually. It is also a time when the hard work of all veterinary professionals around the globe are given due recognition for their contribution to mankind. In a press release issued by Director Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, Dr. Tamsumeran said the world has come to a standstill with COVID-19 pandemic, which has made mankind realize that life can be fragile and helpless despite economic powers and advancement in science and medicines. He said that the choice of this year's theme, environmental protection for improving animal and human health, is vital for citizens to understand the saying that there is enough for everyone but not greed. Adding that veterinarians are considered a physician, surgeon and a psychiatrist, Tamsumeran said they are uniquely positioned to work at the interface of human, animal and public environment. He added that it is everyone's bounden responsibility to take care of the environment. Expounding on the theme, Tamsumeran said it is an opportunity for veterinarians to exchange innovative ideas and learn other approaches on how harmful actions towards environment can affect animals and humans. And now 20 news, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hails contribution of rural India in the fight against coronavirus. Principal Director, School Education Nagaland, emphasizes on provisioning of hand washing stations in schools across the state. Recovery rate of patients improves to 19.89% in the country, and 23,077 confirmed cases of COVID-19 positive cases have been reported in the country so far. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.